Okay. So as part of this entire training team, I'm going to cover two projects. Okay. Complete end-to-end projects. One is banking project and another one is insurance project. So insurance project, I'll give you the video. So you can go through the video and practice accordingly. But coming to a banking project, we do our regular test cases development in this particular project. Okay. So along with this, after completion of this, so you can automate Tosca with SAP application, Tosca with API, and Tosca with databases. Okay. So these two things is the first point. And second point, so the regular classes are same time 7:30 a.m. only. So daily 1 hour to 1.5 hours. So coming to installation part, so no need to bother about installation. If you're really interested to continue with these classes, just connect with the management. They'll give you a complete guidance on this. Okay. So installation of Price and Tosca 16 version. So if you have the latest version in your system, no need to bother, just continue practicing on latest version. If you don't have any latest version in your system, better to take a 16 version because it is a stable one. Okay, compared to the latest one. So that is the reason thing. I'm just choosing the 16 version. Even if some people are asking like in interviews, which version of Tosca do you have experience? You can say like 16 version of present is Tosca. Okay. So why 16? Let us take an example. For example, I'm having a 3 years of Tricentis Tosca experience. So if one question is triggered in interview, like which version of Tosca, I cannot say like 2024.2, 2025.1, because these versions are released recently. Okay. To avoid that, we simply mention like I do have experience on 16th version. So we are recently migrating to the latest version of Tricentis Tosca. Clear? And coming to a license part, this license is available for you all almost 2 to 3 months. So 2 to 3 months will provide the license activation. You no need to worry. Continuously, you can do a practice on Tricentis Tosca. Okay. So let me open Tosca. These points is clear for all. So weekly we have assignments.
Yes.
Real-time challenges also are assigned to you. So daily basis concept and what are the interview questions triggered for that particular concept. We'll discuss those points as well. So what are the points we discussed yesterday? Any one of you?
Yeah,
So we
Anusha,
discussed
what are
about the
the
components and we discussed about the repositories.
So totally how many repositories we have?
four?
We have 4 repositories.
Four. Two repositories. One is single and common repository.
Yeah.
Common repository. So which option we choose to create the common repository?
We use
Database.
MS SQL
Exactly.
Oracle database DB2.
Those are the database options too. Okay, now. Great. I'm just opening Tricentis Tosca. So same interface, there is no change here and real time. Okay. If I think some people are already working in real time, right? Just if you have possibility to request Tricentis application, you can install this tool in your office laptop. Just compare the differences. Even there is no 1% differences there. So completely same application you'll get in real time to do a practice. Okay. Even we work in the same application in real time also. The options is also same. As I mentioned earlier, I think some people are missed. So Tricentis is providing a couple of versions to the specific kind of projects. I can say like 1 second. TTA version. What is the TTA team? Any one of you, what is TTA? Tricentis test accelerator. Getting? So let's give a quick walkthrough on this. It's a kind of information only. So whenever you keep some experience on Tosca, this will help you more. Okay. So the first point is Tricentis TTA version and Tricentis community version. Okay. What are the version we are practicing now? That is the community version. This TTA version is completely free. You don't need to pay any amount to the Tricentis company to work with the TTA version. Because who are having some kind of agreement with the Tricentis, so they're providing TTA versions for them. For example, I can say like TTA for SAP. So TTA for Salesforce. So TTA for service. So based on the specific kind of projects, they are providing a free of cost a TTA version. TTA means Tricentis Test Accelerator. Okay. This community version is common for, we can automate any kind of applications here. Okay. This is not only specifically for SAP. We can do SAP testing, we can do web testing, we can do desktop testing, and API is also possible, and we can go with the database testing. So we are just integrating, we're just automating all the test cases together. Okay, end to end, all these things we can automate using Tricentis Tosca community version. What are the installation you are getting from the institute side? That is completely a community version. Then what is the difference between TTA and a community? So the community is having all features too. We are able to access all features. So we don't have any restrictions here. We're able to access all features. But coming back to the TTA, we have only limited access. I'll show you what are the features we can't see in a TTA version. Okay. If I open project, I'm just opening the project. Give me a second. In real time team, if you get an opportunity to work with SAP, maybe you'll get an option like Tosca with the TTA or community version. But don't get confused, both are same only. But in TTA, we have very limited feature access. Okay, same commander, same interface, but we are not able to access a couple of things like test case design section, and issue section is also disabled for TTA. So all these sections we are not able to access in TTA. This section is not at all available in TTA. Even test planning is also not available, and issues is also not available. And coming to some of these tabs like buffers is also not available. So we are able to access the buffers in the project settings. So we cannot access here itself. So this feature is disabled in TTA version. Couple of these things are disabled in TTA, but community you are able to see all these features. Clear? Any questions here?
No, Anusha. To go.
Okay. So maybe you'll get a chance to work with TTA or community. Okay. So what are the project I opened here? This is completely a community version. Okay. And within the main project, I just created a couple of projects here, but let me give a quick walkthrough here. If you open any section here, this all we call it as a sections or towers or components. What are the tabs I'm highlighting here? You can say tabs, sections, towers, of course, these all are the terminology. If you open any section, this window is differentiated with three categories. The left pane, this is the hierarchy view, and right side is the properties pane. The middle one is the detailed view. Got it? So this is the detailed view. The right side one is the properties pane. You go any section, okay? Not only module section, not only test case section. If you choose any option, you are able to see these three sections here. Hierarchy, detailed view, and the properties pane, requirement section. So these things will be adjustable. You can adjust like this, okay? While dragging and dropping, you can adjust these panes. If you require, you can expand it. If you don't want, you can collapse this thing. If you go any section, these things is very common thing. Okay. Next part is the module section. So module is very, very important phase. I can say like module is backbone of Tosca automation. So team who are working as a Selenium, they always capture the elements properties using XPath or CSS path, right? Either if you are working as a something like React or Cucumber frameworks, we always keep these properties into our repository slide. So the similar way in Tosca point of view, we have this feature to capture the technical properties. This is only the location we capture the technical. Once you capture the technical data as per your test case requirement, once you've done that, just drag and drop this module to a test case. This is the work here. Okay. After that, drag and drop into our execution list and do the execution and export the report. Clear?
Yes, Samisha.
So majorly in real time, we'll work with only these three pages, not much. Modules, test case, execution. So if you something that they're working with a test case design, that case this will be included. Otherwise, the rest of the sections are not at all required. You can directly close all these sections. Okay. If you want to retrieve these sections back, so here you can see one option. Go to the home tab. Inside this home tab, you can see one option like a sections. Just click on here and pick which section you want, like requirement or reporting or issues, whatever it is. Just select it and you are able to see the section is added here automatically. Okay. So here, one more thing, team, data integrity testing. This data integrity testing we always use to do ETL testing, big data testing, Snowflake testing. So who are working on database activities point of view, like DB testing, big data testing. So those kind of testings we can do here. The platform is here, data integrity testing. So to work with data integrity, specifically we required a separate license for that. So then only we are going to continue with the work. But here, what are the things we do? We can compare the table and we can find the duplicate elements into the table. Again, we can extract data into one location to another location. All these things is possible. These all are the default templates which is provided by Tricentis. But here you can see, here also same sections. There is no much difference. So what are the sections you are seeing in main project? The similar way, same sections you can see in a data integrity project level as well. Like execution section, test case section, and test case design section. All these things is common. Clear? Whenever you are working with a migrating projects like the data comparison point of view, you can do data comparison via Excel files, CSV files, JSV files, JSON files. All these comparisons is also possible using a data integrity test. Okay. But we are not, this data integrity testing, it's not part of our course content. I'm just giving high level information here. If you get a chance, no need to worry, because what are the way we are developing our test case, the similar way we build the test case. Let me show you an example here. You can see prerequisite. Are you able to see? So are you able to see any coding here? Let me expand this. Are you able to see any coding here? No, right?
No,
No.
no, no.
What are the way we do a development for web or desktop, SAP, sales? Was the similar way we do development here also. But what are the data we are feeding to our test case? We just pass the data here. If you don't want to pass here, simply keep that entire data into a test case design and map the data to test case. Okay. If you learn Tricentis Tosca for one project, that is applicable for rest of all projects. If you're having one project experience, yes, you are the eligible persons to do automation of any kind of project using Tosca. Because there is no much difference of developing a test case. The only difference is functionality difference. Okay.
So what is API testing, Anusha, in Tosca? Like,
Tosca is providing a directly one feature to work with the APIs. Okay. Automated API testing. Let's give a background of it. If you want to work with the API testing, so which tools we are using a marketing?
REST API, whatever.
Postman
Postman.
And for REST API we are using and a Postman. So now tell me one thing. So do we have a feature to take a report of APIs, how many test cases you completed in a Postman level? Can we export a report here? So what are the Tricentis Tosca is providing? Tricentis Tosca API testing. Tosca API testing is nothing but it's completely automated API testing. Automated API test cases. For example, today you tested one API, okay? That is perfectly working fine. After that, developer deployed one change in that API. So again, you have to retest that API, right?
Yes.
Yes. So that means again you are doing from the scratch.
Okay.
Yes,
Tell me one thing. One thing
sir.
clearly, Anusha. Like,
Yeah. So you here.
API in the sense, like we have
API
to
is
test on
having it's a kind of data only. Okay. You
JSON
don't need to create a
JSON file.
JSON files, no need to create a module, test case, all this stuff is not at all required. Okay. For API point of view, we have a JSON data. Let me show you that.
Request and response we need to validate, right? In API testing.
Here are you able to see payload?
Yes, payload, yeah.
So this is the API view. Okay. So in API testing, we always capture the types of data. So here you can say take like JSON data,
XML.
so XML data, visual data, so XML. So what are the text files? What type of data you have API point of view? You can upload all those kinds of data and test here. Okay, but we cannot test directly here. Just go to the module. Let me show you how to work with APIs. Okay, go to the module, check out the module, select API scan. Okay, API scan is the platform to test the APIs. Let me show you that. Right click on here, scan API. Don't choose application because we are doing API testing, right? Choose it. Once you choose API testing, it will navigate to the API scan. Okay, there itself, you can pass the data. What are the data you are having? It's very simple. Even Tricentis team is also providing APIs. Let me capture that web service dot cloud.com. So this is the services Tricentis team is providing to us as practice purpose. You can pick any one of these data to do the testing. So if you open, for example, I'm just taking this example or calculator. I'm just opening into a new tab. So are you able to see the data?
Yes.
This is not understandable, right?
Yes, yes.
So if you want to understand all this stuff, must we have to spend some time here, right? So what are the data you are having? Maybe you'll get via URL or maybe you have file in your local system. Okay, both of things is possible. Just capture the URL, go back to our API. This is the API scanning window. Okay. So here you can see two features, file and URL. Pick any one of these features. Okay. Select this URL, paste it. So once I pass the URL here, are you able to see some structure is created at left side?
Yes.
While seeing this structure, it seems like understandable, right?
Yeah.
Their payload is having some kind of operations, addition operation, division, multiplication, and subtraction. If we go addition, this is the addition related payload, division related payload. We do the test here. For example, this is the request pane. Just run this request pane. It will auto navigate to the response pane. After completion of testing here, we are converting these entire APIs as a test case. That means we are just exporting all these test cases to Tosca commander. And then we run here. Got it?
Oh.
I just exported here, right? So this is the add module, add request module, response. These all things are created automatically. I'm not created anything manually. Even it will create automatically test cases also. We are here to just run these test cases. If you want to test same API with a different data, no need to bother. Just go to a test case, change the data here and run the script. No need to work from the scratch.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. In that, we have options like get and post.
Yes.
So what is the use of this?
Get these all are the different stuff. Maybe in a coming classes I'll
Okay.
show you.
Fine.
So
So Anusha, I have a question. So is it just we post the URI, right? Like we won't, if it's a post, like we won't be giving the response structure, or will we be giving the response structure to?
So this is the payload, okay? If I
Okay.
run this payload, here you can see automatically it navigate to the response. The outcome is 1. So here the response code is 200. That means your payload is executed successfully and response time. How much time it was taken?
So we'll be just giving the URL, though API scan will be getting the response body structure too, right? Like, or do we need to manually input the response structure?
I think not required. Sometimes we'll import manually also, but not at all required that stuff. Okay.
Okay.
So see here, what are the structure here in this URL is holding? I just passed this entire URL structure into the Tosca. Now this is forming that entire thing into understandable form, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So this is the structure. I'm not writing the structure, but this entire URL is holding this entire data, right? So that is the reason that payload is added there. This is completely API parting. No need to worry. We'll discuss more on this in coming classes.
Okay.
Right. So team, totally how many sections Tosca is holding? 8 to 9 sections. Out of this 8 to 9 section, what are the sections we are going to work as part of real time? Only 4 sections.
4 sections.
Okay. So what are those? Module, test case,
Execution.
execution. These 3 things is quite common. But coming to a data point of view, so TCD or TDS. What is mean by TCD? Test case design. TDS means test data
Test data.
service. Test data service is the cloud.
Yeah.
So we always use this TDS to maintain the dynamic data. If you have any dynamic data which is changing more frequently, just prepare that entire dynamic data into a TDS. Okay.
Okay.
Most of the SAP projects and Salesforce projects, we always use a TDS only. So it's very simple to understand and work with a TDS compared to a TCD. But as a beginner, we are just here to learn, right? So must you aware of TCD section and TDS section. These 2 things very clear. This is completely advanced level. Okay. Any questions till now?
That the free version you mentioned, right? TTA.
Yes,
Tosca. So that versions also will be same like the Tosca
same.
community version.
Seems like same community version, but some of the features are disabled in TTA. That's it.
Okay.
Same interface, there is no change TTA to community, but in TTA version, these are something TCD section is disabled and data integrity is also disabled. And some of the two features are disabled in TTA. We cannot access those things in TTA version. Okay.
So in real time also they use this TTA version in
Yeah, some
companies.
of the sales SAP projects and TTA Salesforce, they are using TTA. Even I worked on TTA with SAP Solution Manager integration part. That is the reason I'm highlighting here. Same interface only, but not much difference. But this TTA for SAP is only support SAP things only. Except SAP, we cannot automate rest of the things. API we cannot have access here, or database we are not able to access here. All these things is not able to perform. Only for SAP. And even scanning, whenever you are trying to scan the application, here you are able to see either application option or SAP option. That's it. You are not able to see all these features in a TTA one. Okay. Some drawbacks are there in TTA, but still the companies are using TTA. Some of the companies, not all the companies. Very rare projects you may get chance to work with a TTA, but same interface, there is no change on TTA with community. But TTA level, some of these options are disabled. That's it. You are not able to access. If you want this TTA version, I'll show you, but that is there in another system. Okay,
Okay, thank you.
great. Any other questions?
So Anusha, you said about the projects, like one is banking project that is hands-on, and one is insurance project that is a video we'll be getting. So how about the SAP projects? Like, will we be dealing with the SAP separate, or we'll get the video to track?
No. SAP, it's completely hands-on. So my plan is here. Okay. First, we'll learn one application end to end. Okay. Just take one application end to end, implement all the concepts here. Okay. That thing I'm taking here, banking project. If you don't want to go with banking, pick any projects which are there in our life, like Amazon or Flipkart. What are the projects you want? You can pick any one of these. Okay. Once we automate that, so the same concepts we applied into SAP project. Okay. So in SAP level, the integrate SAP opening of SAP logons and credentials, creating of sales orders, creating of the billing documents, all these things we achieve into SAP product. Same concept. There is nothing different here. Once we learn the SAP, then again we go with the API. So how we are automating APIs and all this stuff. Then database. So probably if you want to include database as part of this, yes, we can work these two things together as well. Okay, then desktop. So if we learn one application completely, like end to end, then no need to bother about these stuff. We can able to complete these things within 2 or 3 days. That's it. Not much time. Okay. So maybe after completion of the classes, some people may ask, like, what I want one project. So how to automate end-to-end scenario. I'll show you how to work with end-to-end scenarios, all these things. Okay.
Okay. The data integrations, like you said, like we won't be covering, like so will we be getting any insights or knowledge or any questions projecting having an experience of 3 to 5 years? Or
No,
do we need to know anything on integration?
integration part anyway, I'm going to cover here like Tosca commander with the GitHub integration. I'll show you that Q-test integration if possible, okay? But most of the scenarios, you may get questions like real-time challenges, okay? Let us take an example of one thing. For example, yeah, simple. I'll take this scenario. I just open my application here. In this application level, are you able to see the web page? Everyone able to see, right? The question is here, I want to get the count of all hyperlinks. How to get the count of all hyperlinks within this web page? Team, are you getting my point?
Yeah.
Point is here, searching something, we do a scanning of this, we'll pass some input here and we'll perform the click operation on this, right? If you want to click on this, all will scan it and we'll click on this. So if you want to click on this, we'll scan it and we'll click on it. But the situation is here, they're asking the count of hyperlinks within this page. That is also one of the challenge, right?
Yeah.
So how we'll automate that? Okay, what is the logic we implement? Okay, that kind of real-time experience you will get within this track. Okay, it's not like that. What is what? The challenges we'll discuss it. Whenever you are doing a practice, definitely you are aware. Okay, if you get this kind of situation, automate that. How to work on this?
Okay.
So let me show you the installation documenting that will help you more. It's not available in my system. Probably I'll share this installation document and what are the Word document I'm preparing here. Okay. So if you have any questions, you can ask me. So hope everyone clear with this stuff, right?
Yeah, Anusha. From my end, I'm clear.
What about Josna? Okay. So the point is here, I just want to highlight one thing. Yes, Avinash.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt. This WhatsApp group will be created, like when it will be created?
By Monday or Tuesday. Okay.
Okay.
Once the enrollment is completed. So if enrollment is completed, definitely they'll create a WhatsApp group for us Monday itself. Otherwise Tuesday.
Okay.
So see here, team, this is the Tosca commander. Today, once we complete this session, if you're really interested to go with this training, just do our enrollment and they'll share the Tosca installation document along with the installation file, .exe executable file. So do the installation today and Monday onwards. Tomorrow is Sunday, right? So Monday onwards, we go with the practical examples, real-time examples and theoretical explanation. Okay. So let me show you the banking application. So Parabank, Parasoft.com. This is the one of the banking application. I'll show you. For example, here we can do a registration and all these things is possible. It's not like that I'm giving training on demo workshop, which is provided by Tricentis company. Okay. So what are the concepts? Whenever you're working with a live projects, then only you'll get a real-time experience. Okay. Clear, team?
Yes, Anusha.
Great. Do the installations, and once you're done with the installation, so as I explained earlier, just create a project yourself. Once you create the project, at least start automating of one scenario, that is Amazon homepage, which is what are the way I explained to you in a demo session. If you have a time, we can try to automate that. If we don't have time, so probably Monday I'll explain one more time. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. So any other questions? Just stop the people.
So Anusha, like, see, I have small idea about this Tosca, like
Yeah.
what is index, what is inner text and outer text. So this and all when you are going to cover, Anusha, like
Probably Monday I'll start
what
the piece. Yeah.
synchronization
So
time.
the scanning mechanism, right? You are asking.
Yes.
Scanning mechanism is completely very important thing. Probably it will take 2 days of time for me to explain the things very clearly, step by step process. Okay.
Okay.
So how to make the controls as stable. Okay.
Hmm.
So whenever if any elements are changing dynamically, we always take these features, right? That entire identification mechanism I'll explain. I'll start Monday. Okay.
Okay.
So team, any other questions?
But do you have any document, Anusha, like what you are going to cover for the upcoming days?
Yes, just want to show you that as well. Just give me a minute.
Hmm.
What type of document you will get here? I'm just opening that mail. Just give me a minute. So team, going forward, I'll give you the access like this. So everyone able to see here. So this is my previous batches. Here you can see, I'll just take some sample resumes, interviews, installation document, installation zip files. So those for server setup. This is the document you'll get. Okay. If I open this document, so what are the points I'm discussing that particular day? I'll just capture that particular day related concepts here very clearly. So these all are the interview questions. So what is the difference between classic engine and T-box engine, and which engine is similar, and what type of controls we can see here? So this is the identification mechanism. Are you able to see, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this kind of document you'll get once we start the sessions.
Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
So these all are the concepts, team. Once we are familiar with all these kind of concepts, so then you are the eligible person to do automation of any kind of project using Tosca. The concept is common for all projects. Okay. It won't vary from project to project.
Yeah.
Clear? The similar way, I'll create one folder for you batch, and I'll add this Word document and the even assignment document. If all these things I'll add step by step. Okay. No need to worry about that. At coming to assignment document, here you can see it in, this is the assignment sheet. As I said earlier, basically we'll get the requirement as a manual test cases, right? I just added here a couple of manual test cases, these are different applications, okay? So basic to advanced. So these all are the basic normal test case, 3-line, 4-line test cases. So after that, these all are some challenging parts. So this is the obstacle course. I can say this is Tricentis team is provided these many challenges to us to do automation in Tosca. Okay. If you go here, this is the list of obstacles. These all are the challenges. So we have to automate all these challenges using Tricentis Tosca. What is the average time it is taking? What is the average score? You're able to see that. So medium, easy, and hard. Okay, if you have experience on, if you automate all these things in Tricentis Tosca, definitely you'll get some knowledge. Okay, whenever the interviewer is asking some in interviews like some challenging part, yes, definitely you're able to answer that. Yeah. So those things I added, couple of things I added here. These things included some web tables concepts, how to handle the table, how to automate the table categories, how to handle the div tables. So all these things added. So these all are the test cases. And even my students also, they uploaded their data here. Once completion of each test case execution, they just attach their execution status. So I just do the tracking of all these things because if the people are doing a practice or not, I should aware of that, right? So if they are having any issues, I'll just ask them personally and I'll just give explanation what are the challenges they are facing for that particular scenarios. Okay. But anyway, probably you'll get this kind of assignment document also. You can also do a practice on that. I'll explain couple of scenarios in a class, a regular class, but you have to explore more on different scenarios. Okay.
Okay.
So I hope it's clear for all.
Yes, Anusha.
Okay. So if you don't have any questions, team, we'll wind up the call and we'll connect Monday same time. Thanks to you all.
Thank you, Anusha.
Thanks, Anisha. Thanks for the inputs.
Yeah, thank you, Anisha. Bye.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you, Anisha.
Thank you.
Thank you.